If you're ready to gain clarity, align with God's calling, and activate the habits that accelerate real growth in your life, you're in the right spot. This is the Worthy Woman Podcast. My name is Amy Ramsey. I'm a Jesus follower, a certified high-performance coach, and a life and leadership strategist. This is where you'll come to for real-life coaching, strategies, and tools, all delivered through a Bible-based and science-backed approach to help you walk worthy of that calling that's inside of you and make the impact that God designed you to carry. Let's go straight to the episode.
You know that feeling when you get to the end of a day and you've been so busy, but when you look back, you feel really unfulfilled because nothing that you did actually really moved things forward. It's the worst feeling, is it not? I'm so excited to share this podcast with you today because we're going to dive into high performance habits and the science of high performance habits. And I'm just going to give you some really practical tips for you to align your faith, but also get activated in the things that matter most. We live in a time and an age that's just crazy. Number one, I think the obvious is the distractions of our world. I was actually just talking to my brother this week and asking for my youngest niece's phone number. I wanted to text her, and he said, Amy, and she's 12, 13. He said, Amy, she is living her best life. She has a phone that she can use, but she still doesn't. She might go 2 weeks without even checking her phone. I'm like, oh my gosh, can we just go back to the days of no cell phones, no social media? Life seemed so much more connected and more simple back then. I feel like that's a old person thing to say, but it just did. And it wasn't that long ago. We have so many distractions. And then can we just talk about the overwhelm of what AI is adding to our plates and the consumption that we can have from AI, but in the usage of it, like it's a whole thing. It's our brains and our bodies, I don't believe, are meant to have this many inputs. And it's really taken a toll on all of us. Talk about distraction, right? We are so stinking distracted from these things. Content overload, constant demands. So it's easy to stay busy but not productive. And the truth is that without true clarity, you're going to keep on spinning. And I love to share the high performance habits of how do we get from where we are now and move forward. And clarity is just key. It is the number one high performance habit. And the science behind it is just beautiful. It helps your brain reorganize. But in this episode, what you'll learn is why you feel overwhelmed and scattered. I want to share with you a simple nightly planning routine that will help you to sleep better, no kidding, increase your focus, and help you with your productivity. How to stop overthinking and start executing. And then let's just tie this in with God's way. It's all about Him anyway, right? So how faith and clarity work together to help you with your path. All right, my friends, welcome back to the Worthy Woman Podcast. Amy Ramsey here. So I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, and I am also a certified high performance coach. And I have a real heart's desire to help women align their ambition and achieve massive success in their life God's way. And it's my desire, my hope to share with you practical tools, tips, systems, and strategies to move you forward. Now, today in this podcast, I'm actually sending you one of my private podcast that I send to my clients every single day. We call it a FAT, a faith activated text. And this FAT is short but power packed. And I know it will really help you. One of the things that I'm really, I hate to say proud about, but I guess I am in building out coaching communities and coaching programs for many years. One of the things that I felt like was missing was just that daily dose of the coaching, the moments, the little bite-sized pieces to keep you motivated, keep you inspired, keep you on track, but also keep the inputs coming of doing things the right way. And that was one thing that I set out to do, was like, how can I be a coach literally in their pocket every single day? And so I wanted to reshare what I shared with them actually a few weeks ago. But one of the things that we do in my Accelerate Her program is I teach them the high performance habits. There's 6 of them. And so we're talking about one of them today. And this was in a series of talking about the high performance habits. And then how to not just hear it, but how do they implement it and integrate it into their lives? So I'm so excited that my Worthy Woman Planner, which incorporates all of these habits in a system, is available. And it's still a prototype, but man, it's really awesome. I'm so glad that I can finally say, if you want this tool, you can go to worthywomanplanner.com and grab your copy. It's free shipping on it. And I've had my clients tell me that this has changed their life, the planner alone. So this is actually what we use inside of my coaching programs. And now it's available to the public. If you're interested in grabbing that planner, it's worthywomanplanner.com. Of course, I'll put the link in the show notes as well. All right, we're going to jump into the Accelerate Her FAT, faith activated text. Okay, my friend, enjoy. We're going to talk about high performance habits this week, and we're going to talk again about clarity. I really wanted to go longer because it's so crucial that we really learn how to master this particular habit. Clarity and focus would go hand in hand on your life, the vision of your life, your current season, who you're becoming, how you want other people to experience you. It is really powerful. And I talked yesterday also about the power of understanding clarity, focus for your month, your week, and your day. Really understanding what your focal points are, what needs your attention most. When you do this, you won't be so drawn away with things and just staying busy. Productivity is its own high performance habit. And the more that you focus on clarity, the more productive you will be. So I want to ask you a question right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, how clear do you feel about today and what you're doing today? Some people have a schedule that's pretty locked and loaded, and they do similar things each and every day. A lot of us here in this group are entrepreneurs, and we have our own businesses. Not everybody is, but there's not one day that looks alike. There's a bunch of moving parts. I bet if I were to ask you, do you feel busy? I bet you would say yes. I think we all do. And I know part of that is from the technology surge that we're experiencing right now. Never in history has humans experienced what we are experiencing with AI. It's a little scary. I think we can all say that. And it's super interesting. And most people are using AI. And if you're not, you're probably going to be left behind to some degree, right? But in this day and age with information overload, it could be really easy to allow consuming content to, and honestly, it's a dopamine hit, be a dopamine hit that keeps you busy, but not productive. We talk a lot about distraction math, and the average person is consuming content for around 7 hours a day. Add that up to a lifetime. Right now, it's over 20 years of our life. If you know there's more in the tank and more in your potential, start identifying your gaps. And we all have this as a gap. Like, there's no shame in this game, but we can't change what we don't name. There's no shame here. So here's what I want to encourage you to help you with clarity and its cousin, beautiful cousin, productivity, is this week. Here's what I want to challenge you. Every night before you go to bed, I want you to take some time and plan out your day for the next day. I talked a lot yesterday about planning out knowing your top 3 priorities for the week. But what are your big 3 for tomorrow? Take the time the night before and write it down in your planner. You can fill it out. My top 3 are this. Not your top 50. So much of the time when you have all of these things you want to do, all of these goals you want to accomplish, you're finally in motion now and you've invested in yourself in this coaching program. By the way, you feel that excitement. You're like, I'm going to do it all. Nope, you can't. You're going to end up overwhelmed and self-sabotaging, and it's not going to work. So let's don't do that. But the top 3. What are the top 3? What are the tasks that you need to get done the next day? I don't always do this. I'm not going to lie. But I make it my goal to do it. And when I do this, guess what happens when I wake up the next day and I have my quiet time? Number 1, I slept better the night before because I don't have rumblings going around in my brain going, oh my gosh, I forgot to do this. Wait a minute, this. I need to reply to that email. Oh my gosh, I haven't followed up with so-and-so. So-and-so hasn't followed up with me. All of those things, that we do. Capture it by writing it down. Write it down the night before. Review your day. There is an evening reflection in your planner. Review your day. How did you do? Rate yourself with the high performance habits. What was your win? What did you learn? How can you improve the next day? Write down the next day what you need to do. I have a feeling you're going to have more clarity. It's going to feel good. You're going to jump into things much quicker and get them done more efficiently. And your productivity is going to start to soar. I'm so glad that you're listening to this faith-activated text. I believe in you. I believe in your highest potential. And I want to help you continue to grow, evolve, and become. All right, so these are faith-activated text. Here is my verse for you today. Good old one. Here's your reminder. Your God's got you. God has got you. You got a lot of worries. You got a lot of things to do. You got a lot on your plate. You got a lot that, man, things are freaking out of your control and it ain't pretty. I want to remind you today, trust in the Lord. Text, trust in the Lord. Trust in God with all of your heart. Lean not on your understanding, but in all of your ways, acknowledge Him. Get your knowledge from Him. And He will direct your path for some clarity. Trust God. Lean into Him. Not with most of your heart, sister, all of your heart. I needed that reminder. I love you. I'm cheering you on. Okay, well, that was our faith-activated text. And can you imagine getting one of those sent to your phone every single day. That's going to alternate different topics to help move you forward. I love the high performance habits, the science of it, and I love to integrate scripture so we can have success God's way. We can do life God's way. It's so easy to get unaligned, is it not? Especially when we're ambitious. Like we see the thing, we go off and we're like, okay, Lord, you called me to do this. Let's go. And then all of a sudden, somehow or another, we're striving, we're moving in self-reliance. And oh man, so it is that constant place of walking worthy, but also stewarding well the call of God on our lives. And that's my goal as a coach. And there's multiple ways that you can work with me. I do private coaching. I help business owners. I help do a lot of branding and help get your brand out there. And then I also have that group that I was just telling you about, the Accelerate Her coaching container. So it's a 90-day coaching container. We have weekly accountability calls, coaching calls, and I'm telling you, it is fire. Right now, at the time of this recording, we're getting ready to move into May, and we're doing a whole 30-day deep dive into, I'm just calling it a mindset makeover. It's renew and rewire your brain. We're going to focus on it. They're going to get exercises. I have seen the power of what can happen in 30 days when you just focus on one thing. So we're really focusing. I'm going to teach them all sorts of tools, tricks, strategies about moving forward. But how do you do it in taking the scripture first approach? And also, I mean, I have been so stuck in so many areas of my life. I had to dig deep to figure it out. Like I would read the scripture and no offense, and I don't mean this to sound irreverently, like I memorized it and it still wasn't helping me to change the stinking thinking, the negative thoughts that I had, because I had a whole issue around believing some lies that I didn't even know I believed. Like it was just normal to me. So anyway, I do a lot of coaching around identity and helping you to overcome that, but hardwiring it in your brain. We have a amazing, outstanding group of women that are vibrant, that are moving forward. So there's a whole community there with it, weekly accountability and those faith activated texts. So if you're like wanting to move further, faster, or if you're looking for community, you're like, I am looking for community. Listen, come join us. Come join us in there. You can go to amyramsey.com/90 days. Check out the show notes. I have a special price on this podcast alone. So come join us. It's amazing. And as always, I'm so grateful that you are here. Oh my goodness. Guess what? I didn't even realize this, but this podcast hit number 2 on Good Pods. Oh my goodness, you guys, number 2 in top Christian, I think it was top Christian women's podcast. What? I'm like so excited about that. So thank you for listening. If you would do me the whole thing, subscribe, leave a review, share with a friend, all the things. And I am so grateful you're here. God bless you. I will see you the next time.
As we wrap up today, I want to remind you of the heartbeat behind this space. Ephesians 4:1 calls us to walk worthy of the calling we have received. And this podcast exists to help you rise into the identity God placed inside of you and to live out the assignment that He has entrusted you to do. My friend, you are needed, you are necessary, and your life carries purpose. If this episode encouraged you, would you please do me a favor and subscribe to the show? Leave a rating and a review, and please share it with a friend who also needs this reminder. And I want to say thank you so much for spending this time with me. I am cheering for you. I'm championing you on. And I will see you next week on the Worthy Woman podcast.